What's going on, guys? It is iSlyCooper88, also known as Steve. I was actually going to do this as a separate video through my laptop, but unfortunately, as is always the case with technology, there was a whole metric butt ton of updates that it had to do that it didn't alert me to, But that's okay, I'll put this video out in first. I've got one more unboxing vid. I'm sorry that y'all are being bombarded by all these, but I'm trying to get my laptop cleared out of these videos. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm at work, so ignore the PA system or, if people decide to talk or photobomb my video and whatnot. But I thought that I would get this out, guys. I got one more unboxing vid. It is the December Hulk box from Marvel Collector Corps, so look for that later on tonight if the updates finish on time. But I thought that I would talk to you guys about why I've been so inactive. And I know that I don't owe you guys this, but, I love you guys, and, I always like to let you guys know what my state of mind is, because, that's just kind of how open I am as a person. I've mainly not been very inactive, not only on this channel with the unboxings, but I was for a while not in tune with my gaming channel because, I fell into kind of a depressive or frustrated slump where it's like I didn't want to do anything and things were kind of rinse, lather, repeat. They still are kind of rinse, lather, repeat. But after a while, I started taking, to heart the advice of trying to wake up with a different perspective or a different thought. Trying to have more of a PMA or a positive mental attitude. And just kind of tackle every day with at least like something new, or even if it's something as simple as like learning a new fact, like a Snapple fact. Just something to try to break up the monotony, because they say that if you do something repetitively enough or you start to think about things you don't want to think about in your life, you kind of start to... I was not picking my nose, by the way, I was scratching it. But I'm sure you guys get the basic gist of what I'm saying, because I'm trying not to make this video too long. And I know you guys are sick of hearing about the WWE WrestleMania event, but guys, that's something major I want to update you guys on. We have the tickets. We got our flight booked. The flight was the hardest part, so that's out of the way. So the only thing we have left is the hotel, and the hotel that we were going to stay at tried to charge us early for our reservation, because I guess a lot of spots are filling up, no surprise, down there. So we ended up switching to like a Motel 8 or a Days Inn, like, a much smaller hotel in New Orleans, in the main town area, or right along like the airport lines. And that ended up being a blessing in disguise, guys, because to like stay the entire week is going to be much cheaper for us. And they told us, it's like, yeah, the dates that you guys want to pool all your money together, to pay for the rooms, it's like, we're cool with that, but just please let us know ahead of time if you're going to cancel your reservation. So that was great. I cannot say enough about how great that was. And, I've been talking with a lot of my buddies, including Chris, not the Mount Vernon kid Chris, but my other buddy, work Chris. I think his name is Vigilant Dropkick, because he started his own YouTube video game streaming channel, and it's mainly his friends use it, but ever since I told him that PS4 kind of has its own video streaming features, he's been doing streams here and there and kind of testing that out and getting his set up. And so I've started getting back into doing the SlyCooper88 gaming channel, so I've been doing a lot more streams and a lot more episodes. I've been getting back into the full swing of that. And if not tonight, then maybe tomorrow and a bunch of other stuff. I'm going to try to get back into writing. I was going to do that after the WrestleMania trip, but just because I didn't want to have to meet a deadline right close to the trip, But I figure I'll get back into writing kind of my own stuff and just kind of look at my projects okay, which one intrigues me more, and just kind of continue off from there. So it'll be more my own projects. And also, Darkest Night number one and number two that I helped write with JW Sims has also, it's also going to be part of a reboot package. He's actually putting a 3-issue like mini reboot omnibus kind of thing that he had talked to me about months ago as a plan or an idea. So he just sent to my timeline for approval not a couple of days ago, like, you know, hey, it's like, here's this stuff, you know, I'm showing you some of the rough sketches and artwork, and guys, it looks amazing. Clearly he's got some new software on his laptop, so the images compared to issue 1, if you guys bought it, are going to be a little bit more crisper. They're going to be a little bit more well defined. So it's good things are coming and good things are happening around me because I've adapted, kind of trying to have a little bit more of a positive mental attitude towards, like, you know, things that are going on, even the rough patches in my life. And as far as the divorce between my stepfather and my mother, not to get too personable, but those who were concerned about that and concerned about the emotional and mental weight that was putting on me, don't worry, guys. I've gotten to a point where I'm kind of okay now. I'm not as upset. I'm not as angry. I'm not as full of rage. At this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm more concerned about, okay, we need to get the rest of our stuff out of the house. Look at storage units to try to put the rest of our stuff into. We can figure out what we can sell off, and just like, you know, like clearing stuff out of the apartment. But my mother and I have both been so busy working that we haven't really sat down to talk about it. And I dread that talk, but, you know, the adult in me is like, okay, you both need to sit down and, like, sort this out. And also, you know, other than that, guys, I've been good. I mean, there are some days where it's a little rougher than others, but I'm doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm trying to make sure that I'm okay. And I'm, most importantly, even if it's not necessarily physically, it's just mentally and emotionally, I'm trying to take care of myself.
Jimmy, you have call line 1. Jimmy, line 1.
So I wanted to just throw this out here real quick, and I wanted to let you guys know, give you guys updates, but also wanted to tell you guys that, you know, yeah, there for a while I was inactive because I just got to I got to a low point, basically, and now I'm kind of building myself back up. You know, this happens not just to me, but it happens to a lot of you guys, I'm sure, out there. You know, you have low points in your life, and then things start to kind of work themselves out, and you're like, okay, I'm going to be all right. So that's kind of where my head's at. But I will try to, like I said, I'm going to make this more a vlog channel after I get this last video out. So, you know, I'm not inactive on the Sly Cooper 88 videos, but just understand it's going to be more like vlogs and just me talking. But I also am now trying to figure out, you know, okay, I got the gaming channel, I got the writing, it's like, but what else can I do besides vlogs on this main channel? But I also am aware that it's like, well, this is, you know, good and I'm feeling positive. It's like, I don't want to stretch myself too thin either, because I have a bad habit of doing that. I have a bad habit of stretching myself too thin. But anyway, guys, I thought that I would just, like, you know, throw this video out here since my laptop's updating and I can't get around to making a couple of videos and stuff till that's done and everything's all cleared out. As far as getting my laptop up to date, I'm sure when I get home it's probably still gonna be updating, because it told me that it told me how many updates I had, and I was like, yeah, no way it's gonna get done in time. But anyway, guys, thought I would catch y'all up to speed, let y'all know how I was doing. I'm not inactive. I've just kind of been trying to sort myself out, get my life back in order, so to speak, since this apartment move, and I feel like I'm in a good place, especially close to this WWE WrestleMania trip in April. I feel like I'm in a good place with this WWE WrestleMania trip in April, that it's like, you know, it's like maybe I need to start rolling out videos and stuff, and all.